it would hurt to know if you ever were untrue.
Welcome back to BEYPER.View. This is episode number 6. We have Matt with us today from Nutrition Xpress. Thank you very much for having us in.
Thanks for having me.
Shop looks amazing. I was actually pretty blown away when I walked in here. It looks way better than the pictures.
Oh, that's good. That's good to hear.
It looks awesome.
It's a small space, so I'll try to make it look as good as it can.
You definitely filled it pretty well. It's floor to ceiling, wall to wall.
That's it.
Yeah, you packed it out well. It's pretty damn good. I do like it.
Oh, thank you.
It's a great looking space. Thanks for having us on. Appreciate it. Hopefully we can have some fun and see where this goes.
Absolutely.
Okay. We'll just fire it up with the first question, get into it.
Sure thing.
We'll get the ball rolling. Okay. So let's just start with who Matt B is and what Nutrition Xpress is all about.
Well, basically, I'm Matt. I'm, I guess your normal sort of a guy, you'd say. Although normal is not sort of a word I like to use in general in life because, as we said before, it's nothing's normal about life.
Yeah, it's very open to interpretation, that word.
Yeah. But I guess what I mean by that is that I'm just your average person. There's nothing that I see as special about me.
Yep.
Just, your average person. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I guess my background, or a little bit about me, I come from the construction industry. So background as a chippy.
Yep.
And a builder and that. So that's sort of where I started in terms of my career. And had a passion for sports, training, bodybuilding and all that.
Yep.
That sort of came in from playing footy and getting injured a few times and having to have the option of surgery or building up muscle.
Yep.
So I had 3 shoulder dislocations that I had, and basically the doctor said, look, you've got to either go in for surgery to fix your shoulder or build up some muscle, go in the gym and build up some muscle.
Go to the gym.
So I chose to go to the gym, build some muscle, and that's where I sort of found the passion for all things sort of fitness, bodybuilding, and all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
And then progressed through my career as a builder and just found I had a passion for the gym.
Yep.
So that's sort of when I transitioned from a tradie, a builder, to working in a gym.
Yep.
And then from there, I started picking up sort of casual shifts in a supplement store, and just found I really loved the opportunity to help people to improve their life through the gym, through training. Supplements is just sort of one side of it, I guess, that we get to
help people with.
Yeah, so that's sort of a bit about me and my background, and it's just sort of
Snowball into this.
Yeah, all snowballed from there. So, yeah, that's I guess that's sort of where I came from.
So how did you end up going from, like you're saying, just part-time in a sup shop and all that kind of stuff? How did you end up getting to this point? Like, was there like a definitive moment that kind of made you steer towards, I'm going to open my own shop?
Yeah, I guess. So I started working part-time weekends in a supplement store. I worked for Team Flex down the coast in Wollongong. That's sort of where I started. I learned the ropes down there, and then I was working in a gym as well. The tipping point was then I wanted to go full-time with it.
Yep.
In terms of have a career in the industry.
Yep.
I became a manager of Vitamin King back in the day, and so I was working for them, and then I guess it just came to a point where I'm someone who's got a bit of a passion or drive for more in life. So working your 9-to-5 job wasn't sort of what I wanted. I wanted a full-time.
Get as far away from that as you possibly can.
Exactly. Yeah. So have the freedom and that comes with that, but then also having a bit of a different take on it. I wanted to be able to help a customer out in a certain way, provide them the best service, and also provide them with the best product that was for them what they
that's
needed.
Right.
Yeah. So I guess the tipping point was just when I knew what I was capable of doing, and knew that where I was sort of holding me back, and I wasn't able to maybe make the choices that could grow the store I was in, or expand it in that way. So I guess I knew I just wanted to create my own brand with my own vision.
Yep.
And I actually then came away from the industry for a good 12 months.
Okay.
And went back into construction.
Yep.
And saved my money, saved my pennies, and then
Got to do what you got to do.
exactly, yeah, you know, you make the money how you can. And then it just so happened that this opportunity came up, and I happened to be in a position where I could jump on it.
Where you could follow it.
Yeah, and roll with it. So I
Funny
guess,
how that works out.
Yeah, it was just funny that I actually had to take that step away from the industry. And then obviously kept training, focused on my training and myself.
Definitely.
And developing myself, but then knew that there was a bigger picture down the track that was coming, and I guess then jumped onto that.
Awesome.
So, yeah. Hopefully that fridge isn't too noisy.
No, it shouldn't be too bad. It doesn't sound too bad.
All right.
It's just starting up, makes a bit of noise, but it'll be fine. As people on the camera will see, we're inside Matt's shop, so if there is any extra noises, you'll just have to bear with us. Cars showing up in the car park and all the rest of it. It's going to happen when you're in a public place.
That's it. Yeah, there's a gym next door, and there's a lot of eager gym goers.
Yeah, definitely.
on the weekend getting in the session.
Awesome. So, yeah, as you're saying, sometimes you have to take that step back in order to go to follow that path you want to follow.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, working in a sub shop under someone else, you do kind of have to stay between the lines in a sense, because you're working for someone else still at that point. So, yeah, sometimes you got to take that step back to follow the dream.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you just it's not that you're restricted too much, but you just, if you have your vision and your goal for what you want to do, it's sort of, you need your own vehicle.
You need your own shop.
Your own shop, exactly.
You need your own space.
Yeah,
definitely
to do it. So yeah, I think that's sort of why I just took that step back. And then just knew that I needed to be in a position where I could create my own opportunity.
That's right.
Yeah.
And as you said, when it presented itself, you're there, you're ready.
Exactly.
And here we are.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I like that. Okay. Do you have? I'll just keep running with this actually, because this is still with the first question about the shop. Is there any products, any deals, any specials, any things you have currently going on
at the moment?
Yeah. Especially now now everyone can get back out into the wild again and
absolutely
and start going crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Doing loads of deals at the moment. There's a lot of BOGO deals on the website happening.
Awesome.
So buy one get one free. Heaps of that happening. And I've just got a good range of monthly deals. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
One of my mates.
Yeah.
Hey bro, how you going?
It's alright.
You're alright. All good. That's what you get.
You're running a business. It is what it is.
That's it.
The beauty of the cameras is we can chop it out. I'll leave him coming in and then I'll just chop the rest of it out.
That's alright.
It's business. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's cool that I'm in a position where we're in your shop and you've got customers coming in.
Yeah,
it's cool.
It's good to see.
Yeah, no, it is. It's cool. If ever you want to be interrupted by someone, it's a customer.
Exactly.
So it's definitely not a bad thing. So you got plenty of deals and stuff going on.
Yeah. So there's loads of deals going on the website. We've got a bit of, I guess, end of financial year sale going on. So on the website, there's plenty of deals you can always take advantage of. And then in store, there's heaps of deals going. So if there is anyone listening that wants supplements, happy to help.
Someone talking.
Exactly. Yeah.
I need some. We spoke about. I'm messaging you a while ago about doing programs and some stuff. So we might have to talk about that after.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Definitely something I need to start doing and getting back into. So
sure, can help you out with that. Absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be great. All right, let's jump to question number 2, and this is a bit more on the personal side of things, but in regards to issues you were having with your heart last year, towards the end of last year, mid last year, towards the end of last year. So how did your heart complications, I'll say, kind of change your perspective on where you were, things that were happening, and kind of fuel, I guess, the change you make in your life to start doing things that you want to do? Did it kind of alter your perception on the things you were doing and the way you could do things?
Yeah, definitely. It's funny you ask that question because it's something that was a definite, I guess, tipping point.
Yep.
And it's something that I guess you go through and then you realise how important it is to make sure you're not just going through life, not just going through the motions. You're actually doing something with purpose with your life. So just to sort of explain, I guess, to listeners about my heart issues I had really bad sleep apnea.
Okay.
So this is sort of something that developed over a period of time where I got to the point where in my sleep I was choking myself.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, so my oxygen levels would drop down to 67%.
Wow.
And I was having something like between 70 to 80 episodes of this happening a night.
Yeah, wow.
And what that was doing was putting so much stress on my heart because when the oxygen levels drop, the blood needs to be pumped faster
Super
through your
hard.
body,
That's right.
to get the oxygen around your body. So it's just something that the sleep apnea is just something that developed from a kid. Always had really bad sort of snoring and sleeping issues.
Yep.
And then that just got worse. Obviously things like stress in life,
Plenty of that.
things like at the time probably relationship issues,
Yep.
work stress, working really hard, things like that put a lot of strain on myself as well.
Yep.
So then it all just sort of amplified that. And that's when I noticed that I sort of was having these episodes of my heart beating really fast, and I wake up with a really fast heart rate. And I would never take time off work, so I was always a workaholic. And then one day I was like, I really need to get this checked and just work out what's going on.
Yep.
Went and saw the doctors. They had a look at it and said, "Yep, you're basically having a heart attack.
Wow.
You've shown there's a few hormones that are leaked into the bloodstream, which I can pick up if you've had some sort of heart issue, or a heart attack or heart episode."
Yep.
And they said that I'd experienced these heart attacks that were just sort of mini heart attacks.
Still not something you want at all.
Not something you want at all. No,
definitely
no.
not.
And this is where I was literally sitting in the doctor's office and my heart rate was beating at 200 beats per minute.
Wow.
Just sitting there.
It's like an adrenaline rush sitting still. Yeah, wow.
So what it was is when I have this syndrome where you have extra circuits on your heart.
Okay.
And it happens from birth. You have these extra circuits, but it's usually under a lot of stress that they sort of, I guess, jump up
Do their
and
thing.
the heart can flick over.
Mhm.
So with all this sleep apnea and stress I was having, my heart had jumped over to where it was, and caused these extra circuits to sort of take control of the heart and beat at that rate. So I spent it was a good week in hospital from working out what it was. And
Never a pleasant experience.
Not at all. So so I got down to what it was, found it was these extra circuits on my heart, and I guess that experience in hospital, not knowing what was happening.
It's always a scary thing.
It is, yeah.
Definitely.
And things like, obviously I'm big on my training, so it was like, will I be able to train again?
Yep.
Will I be able to compete again? Like, what's my life going to look like? What's happening here? And that's where I just had this, the realization that your life is precious, time is precious,
Definitely.
and not just to go through the motions and just, I guess, live your 9 to 5 normal life, you know what I mean? Because you never know what will happen, you never know what things will come up. So I guess that was just something that really woke me up to knowing that I wanted to
do something more,
have a purpose and be moving forward. And it's just funny how all this happened. I went through that experience, and then this opportunity came up not long after that. So it was kind of like you just have to you have to roll with it. You have to take up the opportunities.
Definitely. I've heard I've actually had a few people mention it to me over my years on this precious earth of saying go with the flow. As great as that is, and sometimes you do need to go with the flow, I've only ever had one person disagree with that in front of me, and it kind of opened my eyes a bit, and they said, why the fuck would you want to do that? Only dead fish go with the flow. Only dead fish is going to float downstream. Exactly. All the salmon and everything else, they're all going upstream.
The other way,
They're fighting the current. They're going upstream to do their thing, So that kind of opened my eyes. I was like, oh wow, that's a different way of thinking about it. But then a situation like that where you're in hospital, there's a bit of uncertainty on the way things are going to pan out with your health and things that you're going to be able to do. As I briefly talked about my accident earlier, it opens your eyes and you're just like, what am I doing? Wasting my time doing this.
Exactly,
The amount of time you can put into something you enjoy and you can help other people, and you can change the course of someone else's life with the tiniest thing, is far better than putting money in someone else's pocket at a 9 to 5. So
Exactly.
the course that we're all trying to sail.
Yeah.
We're trying.
Yeah,
We're
definitely.
doing our
We're
best.
trying.
We're doing our best.
Yeah. Yeah, so just wakes you up to really, like you said, not going with the flow and
Yep.
and doing something for yourself. So yeah.
You got to. It's not easy. It's a hard road. I'm sure there's plenty of people that told you wouldn't be able to do this, and it's going to be so much work and whatever. The list goes on and on and on and on.
Absolutely,
But here you are,
Yep.
and I'm not sure where the naysayers are, but it's probably not too far off where they were when they said it to you. So it's usually the way it works.
Yeah, that's it.
It's crazy. You just got to follow. You got to find those opportunities, but the hardest part within that is recognizing the opportunity, because they can pass you by all day, and you're not even paying attention because you're too busy. You're at work. You're stressed. You got all this other stuff going on. You're not even recognizing what's going on around you, or the doors that are opening. So that's something I've started to realize. So driving around in the truck all day, you get one message from one person, and you're like, "Oh, okay." You're like, "What could that be?" Like, it doesn't have to benefit me. I'm like, I could go and help this person. Send them a message. Hey, you all right? Like, do you need a hand with anything? Can I do anything for you? Like, it's not that anything comes of it, but that's an opportunity for maybe something down the line now. So if they say, "Hey, do you want to come help us out?" Yeah, no problem. I'll come help you out. A day of that's like, it's not a problem, So it's recognizing opportunity as well as chasing it, I guess. It's a kind of a double-edged sword, but you just when you know. When you're in the right place, you're in the right place.
Absolutely.
And when the things start to happen, it's like that light bulb, and you're like, there it is. That's what I've been waiting for. You do that one thing, and then the next door opens, and you're like, here we go. We're on the right track. We're going the right way. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how it works out.
Yeah, definitely. It is. I think it is funny because even the way this opportunity came about is simply like, maybe sending a message to someone who happens to go, "Oh, I was speaking to so-and-so the other day," and it just kind of flows, and that's exactly what you're saying.
Exactly.
You see the doors open, the opportunities open.
Yep.
All because you maybe took that step to speak to that person,
Exactly.
to message that person, or
Yep.
to go do something you were wanting to do.
That's right.
And the doors just open as you do that.
And the funniest thing with that is they'll keep opening. Now you've put your foot in that first door, they're there. Now you recognise the opportunity. You can follow those certain paths that you want to go down, and the doors open in front of you. You don't have to kick them down anymore. So
Exactly,
it's good. It's really good. Definitely really good.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
That's it.
That drink is really nice, hey?
It's good.
It is really good. Maybe I should start drinking these instead of coffee every day.
Yeah. Good.
Now, servo coffee is probably a lot worse for me than what this is.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, this is a lot better for me than what that is, I should say.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, let's jump to the next question, and this has to do with your nice Navara out there. Okay, so I see that you've recently brought a full drive, and you've been out exploring. You're getting out and doing that side of life. How important is that time to you, going out and enjoying your surroundings, being with good company, having those experiences, and kind of taking that time to unwind, I guess? You're just trying to get out and relax and enjoy yourself, be with good friends, good company, make some good memories, just enjoy life. Like, how important is that side of things to you now, especially with the business and the hours and all the work involved with that?
That's been a huge key to a lot of what I feel is the productivity that happens within the store. It's something that I've found I've always wanted to do, so I always had this passion to do it, but I guess it was either who I was with or the idea that if I get here, then I can do that. If I get here, then I can do that. You know what I mean? So it just sort of I guess I got my eyes opened to that side of things not that long ago, and then realised how much I enjoyed it, and that time away, that peaceful sort of space you can get into when you...
It's like a reboot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like this refresh, this reset. Your mind can just sort of, I guess, let go and just sort of be a little bit more free.
Definitely.
You're not thinking about your phone.
That's
you
right.
might not have service where you are.
Yep.
You're sort of
It's
exploring.
the best thing.
It is. I'm actually, a few times I've gone camping now and I've actually enjoyed that we don't have service. You know what I mean? We'll find the camping spot and there's no service here. Awesome.
Beautiful.
Throw the phone away.
Yeah, leave
Don't
it in
do
the
that
car.
For the weekend. That's it.
Yep.
So that's what I really enjoyed, and I guess I found it very important for the business side of things, because you can have that time away, you can reset, and then you come back, and you're sort of more fired up and ready to go, and you've just had that refresh. So you're not...
Gives you that bit of clarity.
Yeah.
If you were kind of... I've found, especially now with the van, if we go away on a trip somewhere, even if we just go spend the night somewhere, you kind of have a chance to, like, you relax, so you're nice and calm, and then you think about something that may have been bothering you, or a problem you've been trying to overcome, and you're like, it's like a light switch.
Yeah.
You're just like, wow, there's actually a simple solution for this, and then you come back and you smash it, and you're like, wow, that was easy.
Yeah.
Like, we need to go away more often so we can get that nice clear mindset.
Absolutely, yeah. I find that it's just in their moments where you're a lot calmer, you're very peaceful. You might not have a lot on your mind. Sometimes when you're in the middle of work or in the store, there's a lot going through your head.
Definitely.
So when you're out, in a peaceful sort of place, it's definitely a lot clearer.
It actually allows you to think rather than just thoughts bounce around inside your brain all day.
Definitely, yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah,
Good for the soul.
Yeah, so I think it's been a huge part of what I've been doing lately, and also a bit of a lot of people have that. A lot of young people, I guess, that are similar to us, maybe have that mentality that you've really got to work really hard now and enjoy life later.
Yep.
And I understand, hustle and working hard and putting in the effort, but then there's also like, you're living your life now, you can enjoy it now. And if there's
100%.
things you love doing now, you can enjoy them now too.
Definitely.
So it's just about, I'm real big on sort of lifestyle design. So designing your life around the things that you love and enjoy, because again, that goes back to when I had that moment where, why aren't you doing things you love now?
That's right.
You never know what tomorrow will bring.
Yep.
So why do you have to wait?
That's right.
I mean? Like,
why hold yourself back from that experience now?
Yeah.
That could be the very thing that's going to help you make all those other changes in your life and steer you the way you want to go.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. I
I
totally
agree with that.
So I guess it's been a huge, I guess, turning point, and then just making that decision to enjoy life now rather than later. You don't have to wait. You can do things you love now.
Exactly right.
So
It's the best thing you can do in life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Get out of that 9 to 5. Chase your dreams.
Big time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Have you been getting away much? I see on your Instagram you were away the long weekend. You were away,
Yeah. Went away with my sister because she's into sort of forward driving, camping, all that as well. So she was like, "Come on, we're going.
Let's go.
Let's find a spot." So we went down to Abercrombie National Park.
Nice.
Down there, spent a few nights over the long weekend. So that was really good. It was good to get away.
Always is.
Yeah.
Yep.
So and now that's opened up opportunities as people, might see you getting away and having a good time. So then they say, hey, seeing you got away.
That's right.
Let's go.
Let's go away for a weekend or
find a spot as well when
that's
we
it.
go somewhere. Yeah. So it opens up them opportunities too.
That's right.
So
meet new people, new experiences, new things.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So
opportunity doesn't sleep.
that's it.
Yeah, it's good.
That's it. Yeah. So been getting out and doing a bit. Obviously, still owning a business and how hectic the day can be.
Yep.
It's something you don't always get to do, but I definitely make time for it now.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And you'll enjoy it more when you do go.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been really good.
Awesome. That's good. Best thing we've ever done since, before I got the van, I had a BMW.
Yep.
Just a 2-door coupe, which wanted one for ages, like for years and years. Wanted one. I used to, not a lot, but I used to do a bit of drifting and stuff back in the day, Skylines and all the rest of the stuff. But I brought the BMW to do that, to eventually do some mods, and which I did. I did do some work to it, took it to a couple of drift days and just
Yeah.
thrashed the absolute pants off it. It was good.
Yeah.
It was good fun. But then after a little while, it's just like this doesn't help me because a few friends have got full drives. They're away all the time. It's like I can't drive this onto a gravel car park, let alone off road. So I spent the better part of 12 months. I wanted one of those vans. That was the goal. It had to be that model, long wheelbase with the glass bloody sunroofs and stuff. Like it had to be that model. But I spent 12 months messaging people on Facebook, Gumtree, the works. Every time I see one for sale, I didn't want to buy one. I could have brought one, but I didn't want to. It's just another investment, you know. So I'm like, I'd rather try and swap my car, which is what I'd done for that, straight swap.
Wow.
No exchange of money at all.
Yeah.
So the BMW is maybe worth maybe 6-7 grand if I had cleaned it up a little bit.
Yeah.
That's worth 10 all day.
Yeah.
So with a bit of work, clean up the paint, it's worth more money. Just the model it is, they're a bit more sought after. But so I think I got the better end of that deal. If you ask the guy that got the Beamer, I think he reckons he got the better end of the deal because he got a BMW instead of a van. But we both got what we wanted out of the situation. So, but out of those 12 months, I would have messaged at least 200 people, like at least. Hey, do you want to swap? I got a car, and they're like, hey, some of them you didn't get a response. Other people you got told exactly where to go. For even suggesting such a swap. But since we've got it, since we got it, done a couple overnighters. We went away to Jindabyne for a long weekend, which is where I done the last episode for the podcast with a store owner down there.
Yeah, I saw that.
And just had fun. Camped out by the lake, had a fire, slept in the car, hung out with some good friends. It's just a good time. Met some other people down there. Just opportunity. There's more things there. So it's awesome. Getting away, refreshing the mind. A lot of writing down in the notepad what we want to do, where we want to go. It's like, okay, we're here now. It's like you kind of get that clarity, like we were talking about before. You get a bit of clarity. You can look at things a bit differently. So now we're kind of trying to plan more trips away. We got more work to do on the van now because it's good the way it is. We could definitely sleep in it more. But just to make it a bit more comfortable to get to things, it's going to be a bit easier. I definitely like it over sleeping in a swag. Swag's good, but at least in that, if we're driving along during the night and we're tired, you just pull into a rest stop. You don't even have to get out of the car. Just climb between the seats and kind of roll onto a mattress and you go to sleep. It's
absolutely.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. No, for touring and that stuff like that, that's definitely the better setup.
Yeah, awesome.
Your bed's not having to be packed up every night.
That's right.
And remade. So
that's
a good setup.
We've got to do a few mods on the bed. I'll give you a quick look anyway before we leave. But the way I've got the front of the bed, it kind of tilts up, so you can lay in bed like kind of like a recliner with the hatch open if you want to watch sunset, sunrise, anything like that. Nice. The wife's put some nice bloody white. What do you call it? I can't even think of what it is now. Some white mesh across the back.
Oh, you like curtain sort of thing?
Yeah. So it looks all nice and pretty with the bloody fairy lights and everything through it. So
nice.
Yeah, she went to town on that, but no, it's cool. It's awesome.
Yeah,
we love it. We got to change a few things, but once we do that, it'll just every time we go away, we'll just figure out little things we need to chop and change just to make the experience a little easier, a little quicker. Just to unpack, repack, all that kind of stuff. But we'll work that out in time.
It's a perfect example of also not waiting. You know, like you could have waited and thought, I'll save up money for a van, or when I have money for a van,
That's right.
Do the swap.
That's right.
You'll.
I stuck to my guns.
Effort. Yeah.
The amount of people like with business and any other decision you make in life. Why did you do that? Why you never do that? All my friends, I'm like, I'm going to swap my car for what I want. Oh, it'll take you 2 years. I'm perfectly happy with that. Because it's already in my mind. I'm not paying for a van. I'm going to swap my car. That's the only way it's going to go. Which unfortunately, I'm just stubborn like that. Sometimes I'm like, this is it. This is how it's going to work. There's no wavering. That's how it's going to work. And fortunately, 9 times out of 10, that's how it ends up working out. Because we don't deviate from the plan. Once the goal's there, it's all targets to the goal. That's it. So it takes a while.
Yeah,
It takes a while,
exactly.
but when you get there, the payoff is that's the reward. Taking your bloody sweet ass time to get a van.
That's it.
But no, it's good. It's good fun. It's easy to go away. So if we want to go somewhere, that's packed now. It's got the drawers in the back, all the camping gear, all the cooking gear, everything's in there. Tools. I got to get some spares and stuff, some spare parts, bits and pieces, belts, maybe a set of wheel bearings or something. Just bits and pieces in case something does happen. But other than that, I could leave here now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even have to drive in the driveway at home. Just get Emma to jump in, and away we go. We're going to spend the night somewhere.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's kind of the way we want it.
Yeah, that's a good setup. That's what you want.
She is a bit top heavy. We've had it up at Lithgow a couple of times doing some tracks up there.
Yeah.
It is full drive. Like it's
yeah.
lifted. It's got big decent sized tyres on it. It's a very capable full drive.
Yeah.
But it's a bit top heavy. So I've had it in a few positions where it's like teetering like it was going to roll over. Yeah, not too great for the heart. The heart rate gets going when you think you're going to roll the thing over.
Oh, I bet.
And it's only going to get worse. I want to put a roof cage on it, kayaks and all the rest of it. It's only going to get heavier. So we'll be picking our tracks very wisely. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
It's great.
No, that's awesome.
Do you have any plans for yours, for the Navara?
Yeah, so I've got, obviously, like you're saying, if you want to go away, there's a few things I want to do to it. So, just tossing up, how I'll do it and what I'll do first.
Yep.
But obviously, it was first getting set up to be able to go away, go camping, do all that. I'd like it to be a little bit more capable of going on some rougher tracks and some more tougher places to get to. So, definitely. Over the next, I guess, year or so, I'll do some mods to it. And
have you done anything to it since you've got it?
Nothing yet.
So that's how you got it?
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Got it like that. So it's on a lease through the company.
Yep.
That's how I set
beautiful.
It up. So the advantages of having a company set up, you can do that.
Yep.
So I'll just work on what I want to do to it, get
awesome.
it set up to go away. I'd love to obviously probably have a canopy set up with a rooftop tent,
definitely.
stuff like that. That'd be the way to go in the end. So I'll just work on it and go from there.
You'll make it what you want it to be.
Yeah.
And as each time you go away, like you'll figure out the little things you need, and you'll make it all happen.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. It's awesome getting out.
Oh, it is.
It's just I can't even describe it. It's just like it's just a reset.
Yeah.
It's like turning the mind off, phone in the car, leave everything alone. Okay, let's jump into question number 4. This one is a bit more aimed at the business side of things, and some hindsight is, we'll leave that one alone. But if you could go back and give yourself any advice on starting a business, what are some of the things you would want to know? And this question is kind of aimed at, as we were talking about before, anyone watching that kind of wants to start their own business, that kind of maybe might not be too sure on a few things or even how to start. Now you're in the position you're in with the excellent shop. What is some advice that if you had have known at the start maybe would have helped you not necessarily progress, but just kind of take that step to actually pursuing that thought, I guess?
I guess it would be the fact that I think it seems very daunting, starting a business, going out on your own and doing that. It might seem very daunting, but I guess what I've learned is you can't be afraid to make mistakes. You have to literally just take them risks and step out.
Definitely.
And it's a case of just like really having a go. And it's amazing what you can achieve when you just make a decision, decide that's what you want to do, and just go for it. So I guess the advice, like, I wish I had done this sooner. I mean, I consider myself pretty young. I'm 28, but I sort of wish I had done it sooner.
You're younger than me.
Yeah, I just wish, because you just go, oh, look, I'm here. Like, it wasn't, it's been hard.
It wasn't the mountain you thought it was going to be.
Exactly. To actually get to this position, maybe it doesn't take or like maybe you thought, oh, I need millions of dollars to do this.
That's right.
It doesn't take millions of dollars. It just takes some hard work,
Definitely.
a bit of savings, and you can get there. And there's always things you can do. Like I've had a few people ask me, I want to do this, I want to do that. I just start small.
That's right.
Like I started with a few products in my bedroom. That's where it started.
Yep.
And it grew from there. I always knew I had the plan of doing this, and this was going to be down the track.
Yep.
But it's just a case of I literally was like, I could have done this 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I literally could have started. And I guess it's just that, like you said, the mountain isn't as big as what you first think it is.
Definitely.
It's not. You can climb it step by step.
Yes.
And you actually can climb it. That's
Yep.
the thing. So I guess in hindsight, yeah, the advice I would give is, it's not as big as you think it is. It will be hard. It will always be hard. Nothing comes easy. But if you're willing to put in the effort and the work, it's not as hard as you think.
That's right.
So, yeah, I guess that's what I'd say. It's a case of just having a go, and once you do start taking steps, it becomes easier.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was just about to say. After you take that first step, the second step's a little bit easier. Then the third step's a little bit easier again. Once you start to build up that little base of knowledge, learning the next thing you need to know just becomes that much easier. Once you knock that first step, like when we started the podcast, it's just that initial step, and then the ball's rolling. Once the ball's rolling, it's you kind of, sometimes you got to play keep up. Like you got to keep up with the ball because things are starting to move now. So you got to put all those steps in place to keep up.
Yeah.
Which then turns into a different struggle again. Like it's business. You just got to adapt. You got to constantly learn.
Yeah.
Take that first step.
And I think also is like, don't be afraid to ask for help, or don't be afraid to ask, because that's a big thing I noticed. Like you can struggle at things on your own, but you can always ask for help.
Definitely.
There's always someone out there willing to help. There's always ways that they can help you. There's things you can do. There's always other options, you know what I mean? So don't be afraid to ask.
Yep.
Don't be afraid to step out and ask for help. In business, if there's something you can't do, or don't have the knowledge to do, there's always someone who can do it.
Definitely.
And you can always find that person.
Yep.
So, yeah, especially these days, there's so
one
much
Instagram
opportunity.
message.
Exactly.
Takes one message, one comment on a post.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's another thing. Like, you don't have to know it all. You don't have to know everything about business. You don't have to know everything about marketing. There's always someone who can help you out, and there's always a way you can find it. So
definitely.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So with how do I do that? So with the business side of things, and looking back, like you're saying, it's not as big as what you initially think it is, that first step. So, and then asking for help and all the rest of it. So that's kind of what the podcast is aimed at, which is what we were talking about before. Yeah. So when I started, funnily enough, the shirt I'm wearing is what the business used to be called, because it used to be Perspective Clothing. Sorry about the old shirt. I didn't do the washing and didn't have a clean one. So this is
OG,
this is 4 years old. This is one of the first shirts I made, really. So it's a bit of a throwback to where it all started. This started in New Zealand when I was living over there for a little bit. So but in carrying on what the current topic is, I asked for help. I reached out to some bigger brands over there and some smaller brands, and a lot of people weren't too receptive to actually help. Yeah. So a lot of them were like, "Why would we tell you how we run our business?" You know, and it's like that's not the question I asked you. Like, how do you kind of go about this? You know, kind of just steer someone in the right direction. Excuse me, which kind of, I didn't really get a lot of answers. So then now I look back saying, well, maybe the questions I was asking were maybe a little bit too direct on wanting to know certain things. But hey, if you don't ask the question, you never know. Yeah. But that's the whole point of the podcast. So if we can have a conversation about some things in business, and one person watches and goes, oh shit, that's easy. Well, maybe not easy. It's definitely not easy, but
it's doable.
But it's doable. They're like, oh, this person's gone through a similar thing. Yeah. Oh, that's how you done that part of whatever it is. Maybe I can tick that off quite easily. Like, it's just kind of helping people without directly helping one person, I guess, if that makes sense. Yeah. Just trying to shed some light on just business in general. So I learn by watching other people and seeing what other people do. Yeah. So I'm trying to do the same thing trying to do the same thing. So people can watch and hopefully get inspired, because as we were saying earlier as well, everyone has a story. Everyone came into the business world either sometimes by accident or by hard work and grinding and hustling. And even at that, we were talking about hustling before. Not everyone's hustle is 15 hours a day, or I can get more work done on my business in an hour if I actually sit down for an hour, don't touch my phone, don't get out of the office, sit down and do that work for an hour. I can get more done then than I would over like a whole weekend. Because usually you're on the computer for 20 minutes, you get a message, and then you go for a walk around the house. You're on your phone for half an hour, and then you go sit down and you might watch an episode of something on YouTube, you have some lunch, or it's just distraction is just so easy. But if you just commit that time and actually use it wisely instead of kind of dicking about, I guess. If in my position anyway, the way I want to grow and the things I want to achieve and the way I want to achieve them, I need to make that time, which we're also talking about before, kind of dropping a day of work and investing the time, because that's where the growth is going to come from. One day, for the clothing side of things anyway, be beautiful to have in my own shop, you know? So as great as it would be to sell stuff in other people's shops, that's obviously a goal, and we're taking steps to kind of make that happen as well. But I want to have my own shop. I want to have my own shop and have podcasts set up in the shop so people can come hang out and just talk shit, share stories, just have fun. I doubt I'm ever going to be a Joe Rogan, but at the same time, I'm not trying to be Joe Rogan. That's not the goal. Just trying to do my thing, but and talk to people such as yourself and kind of just get out there, shed the light on the business and inspire some people. That's the plan.
That's it. No, I get what you mean. I get what you're saying. It's good. I think it's a case of like you're saying, if you put the time into it, the effort into it,
definitely
you can achieve it. And
you have to make that time. That's the hard part.
Absolutely.
Definitely the hard part. But it's the only part that is worth it. That's what makes it work.
And I think going back to what you're saying about I guess asking other people, and some people being sort of
not very keen to help.
Not very open about it. Is just a case of they're probably in a position where they're not looking at, maybe they're probably threatened or not open to sort of helping someone else out, when
Definitely.
that could be a way to grow their business too.
That's right.
I don't know if you sort of see much of Gary Vee's stuff. He recently did a short film, was about how to build the tallest building in the city. Is literally just build the tallest building in the city. Don't try to build a building and tear everyone else's down.
That's right.
So I think that's something that I guess I've taken inspiration from, and that I'm happy to help other people. You can give someone all the advice, all the tools, but they've still got to do it themselves.
Definitely.
So
they still got to do the work.
There's no harm in helping someone. If someone was to come to me and say, I want to do exactly what you're doing, what do I do? I'd say, bro, build a website. Use Shopify.
That's right.
Start like that.
Follow these steps.
It's simple.
You can give them a literal step-by-step guide.
Exactly.
But it's up to them whether they make it work or not.
They've got to put the effort in. They've got to take the time. They've got to, do the work.
I agree with that. 100%.
So I think that just comes back to what you're saying. Just people with closed-minded or threatened. That they're worried about other people's buildings and not their own.
Exactly right.
So I guess it's just a case of, if it's something you want to do, ask the question.
Definitely.
Ask other people. The answer is always no unless you ask.
Exactly.
So,
and even if someone says no, don't be deterred to ask another person the same question, because they might give you the answer you're after.
Exactly. Like, I'll be honest, in my position, I asked a lot of other people too. There's people who I worked with before who I've asked questions of. They've been willing enough to help me. There's people who've known me, I guess, and I've asked questions of them, and they've been very receptive and very helpful. I consider myself still someone who's very green in the industry. Like, I'm still young. You know what I mean? I don't have the experience of some other people, but that doesn't, just because you don't, that doesn't slow me down or stop me or hold me back. If there's something I don't know how to do, I say, how do I do this? And if they're not willing to tell me, that's fine. I'll go do something, and if I make a mistake, I'm learning anyway.
Well, 100%.
So, exactly. So
if you make that mistake, you learn.
Yeah.
Sometimes people go, "I told you so," and you're just like, "That's great," but
Yeah.
now I'm learning.
Yeah.
Now I know not what to do or a particular way to do things. So it's always learning.
Yeah, there's another saying I love. It's like the smartest person in the room is probably the person who's failed the most times.
100%.
So
Yep.
yeah.
And isn't yelling over the top of everyone else.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
So a case of
There it goes.
that's
It's
it.
taken a while. It's taken a while, but it's gone. Why has it stopped? This is what that just blows my mind. It just randomly stops.
It's like it just runs out. It's going again.
Yep. There's still plenty of battery.
Yeah.
It's got the biggest size memory card I can put in it,
Does
and
it
the
get
fastest.
Does it get to a limit, like of so many minutes, and then it?
Well, that's what I'm not sure, because that camera, I can record. I have to have it plugged in, otherwise it just overheat. It just dies. It just drains the battery. So I've got to have it plugged in. But I could record for 10 hours straight on that thing, and it gets to, I'm pretty sure it's 17 minutes, and then it's like it'll just axe it, and then it'll start another file.
Yeah.
So you're not left with a 4.5 hour long file.
Yeah.
You end up with like 50 of them all at 17 minutes.
That's
So,
right, yeah.
which is a bit of a pain in the ass when I've got to edit and you've got to import so
Grab
many
them all.
files in there,
Yeah.
and then join them all together, which is just part of the editing process. It's obviously a lot better if it's just one file.
Yeah.
But it is good in the kind of in the respect that if there's a certain part or a certain time where something happened, I only need to export a little 17-minute clip instead of X amount of whatever the duration is. So but I do believe that we do need to help other people, only because, well, I didn't really get a lot of help, but knowing what I know now, if one person had have just gone, oh, you just need to follow this, not this particular plan, but just take this one step, and the ball's rolling and away you go. Excuse me, I don't think I'd be any further than what I am, or in a different position, because we haven't travelled that route, so we don't know how that would have worked out. It could have been worse. Could have worked out worse for me. So I'm kind of glad things worked out the way they did, and I had to learn them. The only downside is now that I put all this time and effort into learning all these things, I don't want anyone else to do it. So I'm just weird. I just do everything myself because I know it's the way I want it done. So very time consuming, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that's okay too, because in a way, as a business owner or a small business owner, you tend to be everything in the business.
Yes, definitely.
You're the accountant.
Yep.
You're the
That's right.
the salesperson.
Yep. The
You're-
designer,
you're
the social
designer,
media
you're the-
manager, if
exactly.
you want to call it that. Yeah.
Everything. So
That's right.
like you said, you to start with, you probably are everything, and then later down the track,
That's right.
you might delegate, but it's fine to be everything in the start. Because
Definitely.
you probably have to be. So.
That's the hard part. The hard part is then from wherever you get to a point where you need to start delegating and start passing certain roles off to other people, then it gets to a point where am I just going to let that person do what they need to do, or am I? Because I definitely don't want to micromanage people, because I hate when people stand over my shoulder. I'm not going to get into that now, but definitely don't like other people kind of telling me, no, you got to do it this way, you got to do it that way. So there's going to be a point where kind of you're going to have to get the ego out of it and just say, I need you to do this, and just let them go, let them do their thing. So
exactly.
obviously you can't control everything 100% of the time. We'll just have to let those chips fall where they fall when the time comes, and it's going to be great.
Yeah,
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
It'll work out the way it's meant to work out.
Exactly. You'll also have the knowledge of what needs to be done in that role too. So
Definitely.
you know exactly what you want them to do.
Exactly
how you want them to do it. So
Yep.
and you'll know if they're doing it the right way too, because
Definitely.
you've done it yourself. So
That's right.
Yeah.
You know what to ask for. Yeah, you know exactly how to do everything.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into question number 5. So this one is, I guess, kind of gets a little personal to a point, if you want to go down that far, I guess. So after our current conversation and the things that we've covered, how do you feel? So how, at this point in life, with the things you've done, the position you're in, the goals you have, the rate at which you're achieving them, with the shop and your personal life, and just everything that's going on, how are you? Like you seem quite happy with everything that's going on.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I'm really happy with where I am at the moment. I know I have a lot of big goals, a lot of plans, and there tends to be times where you might, not be as happy with life or where you're at.
definitely.
But I think something I've probably worked on is just being happy at the stage and process you're at.
Yep.
Because you can get caught up in that trap of, if I just get here, I'll be happy. If I just do this, I'll be happy.
That's just a hamster wheel.
Yeah, exactly. So it comes down to just being, one, really grateful.
Definitely.
Where you're at.
Yep.
What you have, and then, but not I guess, not settling.
Mm-hmm.
Still pushing yourself.
Definitely. You still have those big goals to chase after all.
Yeah. So and with anyone who wants to achieve something, you'll find you'll set a goal, and when you get close to that goal, it changes. It moves.
Yep.
The goalpost moves. So
Always.
So you'll find you'll never really hit that goal.
That's right.
Because you might go, I want to do this, and you'll get close to it, and then you'll realize you're close to it, and then they'll change.
That's right.
And they're further ahead. So it's a case of I'm happy with where I'm at. Definitely.
It's good.
I still wouldn't be content. I'm not really someone who likes to boast. So I could be like, wow, look what I've done, but at the same time, like, I want it to be better, or I want to improve it, or there's still so much I want to do.
Yep.
So I guess I'm happy with where I'm at, but yet still humble and still wanting to do so much more. I know there's
Still
so
hungry.
much more to come. Yeah. Exactly. But you can't let that affect your happiness. You've got to still enjoy where you're at, still be happy with what you've done.
Yep.
Still be proud.
Definitely.
With what you have done. So yeah, I guess I'm happy with where I'm at.
That's good.
But then still so hungry, like you said.
Yeah, you have to be.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be coming here every day.
Exactly.
Trying to grow the business and the brand. So you definitely got to have that hunger to achieve your goals. And like you said, once you get close to the goal, you need to you get to a point where you reevaluate. Exactly. You're like, okay, wow, I got here days, weeks, months, years, or whatever before I had planned. So obviously, it was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Like, okay, now let's raise the stakes, and then you constantly push the boundaries of those goals, which is great. It's good. It's good for yourself. Yeah. It's good for that personal growth. Gives you that bit of confidence to take that bigger step next time, or set that bigger goal and just really see what you can achieve. Yeah, that's it. I think because you set a goal and it might be something pretty daunting, pretty big, and you've got to actually develop and change as a person to reach that goal. And that's when you might set these massive goals you see, but you've got to change and become someone else to achieve them. That's right. But it's just each day slowly chipping away at it. That's right. And before you know it, you're that person, you've developed in that way. Exactly. And you've achieved that goal. And you're there. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So, yeah, awesome. I think, it's just a case of, you push yourself out of your comfort zone. You have to. And you change and develop to achieve them goals. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Being comfortable is what I'm learning, and the biggest lesson I guess I've learnt since starting the clothing brand, and then now, especially with this podcast, because I remember I reached out to you quite a while ago. It was way before you opened the shop about doing a podcast or doing something in relation to the podcast. So it's taken a while to get here, but just even the lead up to get here, it's just like, hey, are you going to be free next week? And then and it's like, oh, it's not going to work, and it's just like, shit. It's like, now it's going to be however long until, and then it gets daunting again. It's like, shit. All this time's going to pass. What's going to happen between now and then? And but it's great. We're here now. We're here now. We're getting it done. So, but it's just getting it done. I think that's something I've learned in business too. It's always going to be hard. It's always going to be challenging, and I think you may expect something to be a simple process, but then it's not so much. You got to work on it consistently, definitely, and over time, keep chipping away at it. So I think that's, like you said, we planned to do this ages ago. Yeah, that's right. It's just been, things happening here and there. Conflicting schedules. Yeah. We'll put it down to that. Exactly. Yep. But now we're here, and I guess it wasn't straightforward as, this is a date, let's do it. That's right. It's something we had to plan. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. So, yeah. With my job anyway, it's hard to do something during the week. Yeah. Because I'm like, let's plan it for 5:00, and then I'm still like, halfway back from Newcastle at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon or however it works out. It's just it's not the easiest road. So, but yeah, we're here now. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I do really appreciate you having me in the shop. It's awesome. We are definitely on the way to our goals and achieving the things that we want to achieve, especially with the podcast. Some of the messages I'm getting about the podcast and people loving what's happening and the direction it's going, it's just fuel. Every message is just like, Matt, it's like, this is it. Like, I'm on the path that I wanted to be on. And then it's like a stepping stone. Every good message, every good comment, it's like, there's the next step. There's the next step. Like, it's just... It's crazy. It's awesome. It's crazy how it works.
Yeah, and props to you too, because like you said, with your busy schedule, with everything you got on, you still haven't given up. You've just planned another day.
That's right.
You know, push something forward.
Definitely
had another crack. So
thank you. That's appreciate that.
That's good.
We just got to do it. You just got to make it work. Like with asking questions and being told no when something doesn't work, you just got to reschedule. We'll just keep getting there until we make it work. So. But no, this is cool. I'm really glad we made time to do this.
Absolutely.
Key thing there, made time.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. You got to make time to do these things. So I really appreciate it a lot. That last question was kind of a throw-in. I only kind of got that in there a couple of hours before I came here today. I'm like, I don't want to ask the same questions all the time. Of course, it is business. We want to learn more about you and your business and the things you've gone through to get here. Kind of all the adversities and all the struggles that you faced along the way. But it's also about like how are you? Like, you know, like you're doing well, you're happy with where you're at and the steps you've taken to get to where you are and no, it's cool. It's just it's great.
I think if you had to ask that question probably about a month ago,
completely different story.
In the middle of COVID,
you'd be stressing.
I was in the pressure cooker,
Yeah, definitely. Yep.
So I probably would have said, I'm really not happy with life.
Definitely.
But I think that's just a case of like, you know...
The situation at the time.
And I guess for anyone who is out there and isn't happy with where they are, I think it's a case of just show up every day.
That's right.
Keep trying because... like,
it'll work.
Definitely. And I think it's a case of like, you might be in a really dark place, you might be in a struggle, but one day... you're going to be in a really good place and you're going to look back at that struggle and you wouldn't believe that you'd be where you are today.
Exactly.
So I think it's just like, I guess, a bit of hope for everyone. As much as you might be in a tough position, you never know what day you'll be looking back.
That's right.
And just won't believe where you are now.
There's always light at the end of the tunnel. Always.
Exactly. So I think now, even if I was to look back a year, 2 years, I probably wasn't happy with where I was and I probably would have been struggling a bit. But now... I'm sort of like, wow, I can't believe I'm sort of here. You know?
That's right.
Like we're in my store doing a podcast.
Exactly. Those things that you wanted back then, you now have.
Exactly.
It blows your mind when you look back and you think about it.
So I think it's just a bit of hope for someone if they are in a tough position that you never know what will happen if you just keep showing up. You know, you don't give up. You could be somewhere. So.
You gotta have that tenacity, I guess. But then you've also got to have you've also got to like have that strength to know that it is going to happen. You've got to have that vision, like everything that I want, I can see myself doing. I know I'm going to be there. I know I'm going to do that thing. I just can't tell you when. That'll happen whenever it happens. It's just the vision's there. That's the way it's going to work. You've got to be that motivated, I guess, because otherwise, like, why would you even do it in the first place? Waste so much, or not waste, that's a pretty heavy word for that, but you wouldn't spend so much time on something that you don't enjoy or you don't get fulfillment from. So that's why I do this.
It's like you're saying, it's like having the strength to have that foresight that you're going to be, you know, in a better place, or in a better position if you keep pushing.
That's right.
It reminded me of a position I was in when the business opportunity was presented to me. I was literally offered a job that same day. To go to your 9 to 5. Your casual life. You'll be on salary, be able to afford a mortgage, all that sort of stuff. And it
Nice,
was just
easy life.
funny. Yeah.
Yep.
The two
Or
opportunities.
Easy life. Yep.
Yeah. The two opportunities. Well, the normal
life. That's right.
The comfort zone.
That's
you know
right.
What I mean?
Yep.
I was literally offered a job as a foreman in the role that I was in.
Yep.
The position I was in with a different company, but they literally called me and said, "Hey, we got this job for you.
Wow.
You know, here's
That's what you
100K.
want.
Yeah, 100K a year.
Yep.
Here's you know all the perks. The job's there for you.
No thanks.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Versus like, oh, your own business, your own store, your passion,
That's right.
what you just have the drive to do.
Yep.
Which one do you want? And it's just funny how that same day that the opportunities were both presented to me.
Yep.
And I didn't even have to flip a coin or
You already
make a
know.
decision. I already knew.
You know
And,
what you're gonna do.
I was like, that's who I am. That's what I'm gonna do. But it's just funny how you're presented with opportunity, and
That's
then
right.
you know your comfort zone's there.
Mm-hmm.
What you used to,
Exactly.
the normal life. So
Step outside. You
yeah,
gotta step outside that
That's
comfort
it.
zone and,
Yeah.
and chase. That's what you got to do.
that's where the magic happens.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is all I have for you in regards to questions. We kind of covered everything that I had written down on here.
Yeah, awesome.
Another thing that I have here is just social media stuff.
Yep.
So where can people find you? What platforms are you on? Facebook, Instagram,
Yeah.
your personal, your business.
Yeah, Instagram, it's Matt_beer_.
Yep.
So that's my personal Instagram. You can hit me up on there. You can follow me.
Yep.
I usually post a lot, pretty active on there.
Yeah.
And then also Nutrition Xpress_ is the Instagram for the store.
Yep.
And then you can probably follow onto the Facebooks from there.
From there, yep.
Yeah. So
I'll have all the links in the description on the YouTube for this anyway, and the SoundCloud and Spotify and all the rest of it. So
if anyone that follows and listens wants to ask a question, wants help,
yep.
You can hit up both of us.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah.
Or if you want any like nutrition plans or anything like that,
That's
also hit this guy up. I have to do that as well. But no, definitely. I will put all that stuff in the description for everything, all the links, the website, all that stuff. We'll get all that in there. Maybe, hopefully, some people follow them through and hit you up. That'll be good.
Yeah.
That's kind of the whole purpose of this.
Definitely.
If one person reaches out and asks a question, we've achieved the goal.
Yeah,
So
that's winning.
all we got to do is help that one person. So that's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
Anything else that you would like to throw in, maybe in regards to your nutrition training and stuff and programs, any way you can help people out with that?
Yeah, I guess I'm pretty passionate about the fitness industry
Mm-hmm.
and helping people out. So if there's anyone who needs help, I'm more than happy. I love helping people out
Mm-hmm.
and guiding them, and I think it's a lot easier than you think. It's a lot more simple. You just need sort of a guide, a helping hand.
Yep.
So yeah, I guess if there's anyone who needs help with fitness and that, happy to help them out.
Awesome.
Supplements, if you need them.
Yeah.
Like you said, training programs.
They're here.
Yeah,
Everything's here.
Everything's here. Training programs, nutrition plans, and anything you need, they're on there.
Awesome.
So yeah, happy to help anyone out for sure.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll get everyone onto that as best we can. Anyway.
Yeah.
But no, that's cool. I appreciate you having us on.
Thanks for having me.
It's been a while in the making, but we're here. It's happened. And we'll just keep kicking goals and chasing dreams. That's all we can do at the end of the day. Awesome.
Thank you.
Let's I don't really have anything else. The rest of the stuff I want to know is all personal stuff, which I don't want to talk about on here. So, but yeah, so this is it. This is awesome. This is Matt Beer, owner of Nutrition Xpress. If you've got this far, thank you very much. We appreciate it a lot. The links for everything for Matt's business, Matt's personal stuff, everything will be in the description. And I'll have all my business stuff in the description as well. And then we'll get it out there. Monday, it is going to be Monday, 2:30 p.m, which is when I'm going to release this. I'll do the same as what I've done last week. That's going to be the goal.
Yeah.
One podcast a week, Monday, 2:30. Just premiere it. I'll edit it all tomorrow night. Premiere it for 2:30 on Monday.
Awesome.
Get it out there. Share it out.
Share it out. Yeah.
Just trying to be consistent. So it's making time. Just trying to make time to do one every week and then just just get it out there and just start keeping it all consistent. But yeah, awesome. That has been episode number 6 of BEYPER.View. This is our view to you. So thank you, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers.
See ya.
And it would hurt